What's up, everybody? Here to talk about rail transport and the training. I just completed my 4 weeks of training. I did it at the Gary, Indiana terminal. And one thing to say about the Gary, Indiana terminal is I had fun. I've seen bad reviews. As far as training wise, that's because that's all I can talk about. Is it was a good experience. They want you to pass. They don't want you to fail. If you do a lot of complaining, you're not gonna get on their good side. You just have to make it work. The equipment was good. I know mostly they have Freightliners and Internationals. Most of the fleet, I want to say 85 to 90% of the fleet is automatic. They do have manual trucks, but for the most part, I had fun. I passed. I graduated. I completed phase 1. Now I'll be going on to phase 2. I think today is Thursday, and tomorrow I go meet my driver trainer, and I'll be on the truck with him for about 3 weeks. I'm in the flatbed division. Not too much to really say about it right now. I did I guess I'll talk about the 4 weeks to make it quick and short. For as long as this cigarette burns, when the cigarette goes out, I should be done. I ask questions. A lot of people, if you're not a people person, then I wouldn't do this job, honestly. There's gonna be questions that you're gonna wanna ask. And be smart. I didn't just ask questions with the instructors, with the trainers, with the supervisors, the managers. I didn't ask them. I mean, your instructors, I'm gonna say at least 2 of them are gonna give you the real. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tell you what you need to do, what you're gonna be getting yourself into. And I feel like that's their job. I'm not gonna disclose any names. And just in case I didn't say it, I can't remember if I said it earlier in the video, but it's for rail transport. So I'm not gonna disclose any names, but they had some pretty good instructors. I know with this coronavirus, the COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, I know it was an instructor and 3 students in the truck. Sometimes there are 4 students, but I know some classes there are 3, maybe 2, because I don't know why people waste other people's time by filling out an application, going through the recruiting process, and then when you go up there to the terminal to go train, you complain or you whine about it, and you might complete phase 1. I've seen people or heard of people not even completing phase 1, and that's on that's on them. Anybody that gets up there and complain about rail, or they're doing this, or they're cheating you this, that's a lie. That's a scam. They talking about, oh, rail is a scam. No, it's not. I've talked to drivers at truck stops that drive for rail without them knowing I'm training. I've talked to truckers at the terminal, and from what I hear a lot is rail shows you love regardless. I can't really say for the people that didn't make it, it was on them. The only way you fail is on you. Rail will not fail you. I kind of hate now that I watch, other people's videos and they say, oh, rail this. Nah, don't bash your company's name because you didn't make it. The 4 weeks there, the first week, you're gonna do about a day and a half of classroom. And the first day is really just paperwork. You do a little bit of classroom work, like as far as like, showing slides on the overhead screen or videos and stuff like that. It's really all on you. I mean, the first day and a half, you do classroom. The half of the day on Tuesday, you'll be out there on the range. You'll be in the truck. They're gonna go ahead and let you drive around in the range in like a square. I know in Gary, Indiana, it's like a square. I'm not gonna say a circle because it's not like a NASCAR track. It's a square. Within the square, you have the backing range, you have the close quarters, and then they have these curved blocks to where it's just enough room to fit your trailer in, your trailer and your tractor. Like I said, the faster your group, it's not all about you. It's all about you, but it's not all about you because let's say 2 of you guys are like getting it, but that one person's not. That one person could hold you back from learning something new. So don't bash your teammate. Don't make fun of your teammate. Help your teammate out. If that teammate doesn't want help, then that's on them. I know my group, I think, if I'm not mistaken, if one of my classmates see this, because you got one class, but you have like 3 instructors, and it'll be like we had 9 people in our class, and we were assigned 3 per instructor. Went up to a board. I know 2 of them had internationals. 1 of them had Freightliner. To me, to be honest, it's all about your preference. It's like, oh, I prefer Mercedes or BMW, or hey, I like this Honda Accord. Well, nah, I don't like the Honda Accord. I like this Toyota Camry. It's all about your preference. To me, Freightliner. I'm short, so Freightliner works better for me. Granted, when you're shifting, you're gonna shift. So when you're driving, the shift knob is like it's like right here in the Freightliner. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. On the international, I had to get used to because I did on both. You do same thing, 1, 2, 3. But when your 4th and 5th gear, it's like you gotta reach out there. You know what I'm saying? So really, when you reach out there, it's like, damn. So you're used to going like this when you're 4th and 5th right here, but with 4th, you got to reach all the way out there, So you go 4, 5, and then you flip the little knob or whatever. I'm trying to stay in the screen, so excuse me. I have my phone sideways, so it's kind of weird. You flip the knob up, and then you put it back in neutral, and they teach you double clutch. If you are experienced, throw everything you learned out the window. Roehl is all about safety. You don't meet too many trucking companies that's all about safety. And it's all about that, so I kind of lied a little bit. It's all about safety. For you experienced guys that go out there, stop freaking talking about what you used to do, what you did. We had a guy out there, he's one of my boys actually. He's a white older guy. The racism there, to be honest, not bad. You have racism everywhere, but I did not feel not a lick of bad vibes while I was there. He's like a country. we used to make fun of each other, like, you redneck. But he was experienced from CR England, and he had a problem with floating gears. When you're in training, they doing it so you could pass the test. When you're in phase 1, worry about passing the test. Don't worry about what you want to do on the road. You're worried about the wrong thing. Double clutch, because that's what they're gonna teach you. That's what you have to. That's what you have to do when you go to the DMV and you take your test, the real test. Um, Double clutch. It's not no putting a clutch in and then shifting it like a car. No, this is your clutch pedal. This is your hand on the shifter. When you go, they want you to shift around 11 RPM, 1100 RPMs. So when you get to 1100 RPMs, say I'm in first gear. Let's just say I'm in sixth gear. Let me just say sixth gear. It's the same as one gear. You only have five. You only shift 5 times, but you have 10 gears. If that makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you shift up and you do the same thing. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but instead of that, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's make it simple. I'll simplify it. Let's say in first gear. Boom. Really, and honestly, no, I'm gonna say sixth gear. Cause your first through fifth gears, you cannot, there's no way in hell you could stall out. They're your idle gears. You don't really have to, you could literally go at a coasting without putting your foot on the gas pedal, let the truck coast, and you could shift from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without even pressing the gas. Now, if you're like in some like rough terrains or something like that, then you could stall out. I will say that you can stall out, but if you're like on smooth pavement, you won't stall out. So say you got that little switch, it's like a handle, and you got a switch right here. Flip that switch up. So say you're in 6. When you get to 11th gear, for all the people that don't know anything about double clutching, when you go, you let out the gas, boom, when you're at 1100, hit the clutch, neutral, off the clutch, clutch again, 7, off the clutch. Then you add gas. You got the double clutch. Don't make it harder for the instructor, and don't make it harder for your teammates. Shut up, listen to what they're trying to teach you. Ain't no trying to teach you. They will teach you. Just shut up, listen, pay attention, and do what they tell you to do, and you will pass. I'm not gonna disclose too much about stuff because just certain stuff I don't wanna contradict myself, I guess you could say. I guess you could say it like that. All I'm gonna say is that the only way you'll fail is if you fail. If you feel like you know everything, you're gonna fail. If you don't want to listen to them, you will fail. So the first 2 days of week 1, classroom, all the rest of the days and the weeks that you're there, you're gonna be working on backing, driving. One thing that I did suggest, and they did start to do about the last couple of days we were there, is which I feel like is really important. Even though on phase 2 you will go out with your driver trainer for 3 weeks, is that while you're in phase 1, I really feel like they need to get in the habit of around week 3, go ahead and hooking up to a loaded trailer and get some practice with that, because that is different. Your RPMs will go higher when you want to shift. If you shift too early, your truck will basically almost stall out. It's way different. We had a taste, and it's way different than carrying an empty trailer. For anybody that's reefer, driving, we did have a class. We had 2 classes test out on the van. What I would say is, if they switch off that van and they hook you up to a flatbed trailer, just shut up. That flatbed is to help you pass easier. Your van is 53 feet long, and I want to say the flatbed is only 48 feet. So you have an extra 2, 3, 4, 5. You have an extra like 5 feet of play. That 5 feet will make a difference on your test. With that van, when you're backing, you have to be precise. No room for error like that. The only thing I would say about the van is, when you turn, it turns. It will turn. That flatbed, it's like an average of 5 feet before it reacts. So when you do your straight back, should be no problem on the flatbed. Even on offset, not really a problem. And it's easier because you can see in the middle. You can see. Whew, excuse me. You can see everything. You gotta excuse all this because the COVID-19, the barbershops are still closed. That flatbed helps you pass the test easier. I will say, I said, listen, do all that backing. So when you go out there, I don't know how Marshfield is, I don't know how Appleton is, and I don't know how Georgia is. And I don't know how Phoenix, Arizona is. I really don't know too much about those terminals at all. I've only been to Gary, Indiana. And the hotels are pretty straight. Comfortable beds. I think it was at the Best Western they had us at. And you'll meet other students there. I know Swift is up there, Snyder, ATS, and like a couple other companies, that have, students. So it's a pretty cool experience. All I can say is that if you like to travel, this is something that you like to do, or if you want to do this for a bigger cause, or if you want to do this to make more money, do it. Another quick advice when you go out there to phase 1 is don't overthink. You'll hear them say, don't think, just do. Why are you going to sit here and think about, if you're in 6th gear, why are you going to sit here and think about going to 7? Just do it. It's simple, 7. You know what I'm saying? Gear 8, gear 9, like you know it. Like once you get the knowledge, just do it. Also, what I am skipping over, and this is really important, pre-trip. I've seen students out there drive with the trailer brakes on. You have to pay attention, especially if you're flatbed. I understand that either one is dangerous, but flatbed, even with securement, I will be doing videos of securement whenever I go get with my driver trainer, who I meet Friday tomorrow. But pre-trip. You can know how to drive, you can know how to back, but if you don't know how to pre-trip, you will fail the test also. You do your pre-trip inspection first. If you don't even pass that, you don't get the back, you don't get the drive. So the first thing I would tell anybody is learn that pre-trip. They will teach you the pre-trip. You will learn. You will learn that pre-trip. The trucking simulator that they have, to me, is a waste of time. I didn't really learn anything. I mean, granted, it might help some people out. I really don't know, but to me, I just needed the real truck. It was different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. All I can say is that pay attention, listen. They won't let you fail. They don't want you to fail. If you're complaining a lot, BSing a lot, they're not gonna help you. They're not gonna hold your hand. So if you have questions, ask. They're not gonna sit here and try to read your mind and be like, hey, do you have a question? It look like something bothering you. Everybody's grown. So if you have a question, ask it and pay attention. Some of them can be sarcastic. To me, I worked in the solar field, so construction work, period, to me is with sarcasm and talking trash and stuff like that. That make the day go by. I know I was talking junk to a couple of my instructors, man, because they were just that cool, man. They're not uppity. They're not your police officer. They're not gonna sit here and throw you out the classroom because you're talking junk. Like, when I say talking trash, like not just sitting here calling them out their name, but like, just in a fun way. There's a difference. But they're nice, they're cool, they're respectful. Also, if you have a problem, go to the instructor first. It's like chain of command. Never go to a manager first. Go to the instructor and get the opportunity for the instructor to handle it. Rather than that, I had a good experience. Nothing, I enjoyed myself, man, to be honest. Talk junk with my instructors, stopped at truck stops, got some to eat, little stuff like that. Like, man, I had fun. So, if you have any questions, you could comment. If you like the video, you could like, share, subscribe, because they don't want you filming while you're out there training. I do have some videos of me backing, but it has the company name on it. They really don't want you to video record their stuff, which is understandable, especially when you're out there while training. They don't want you to video record. You're really not supposed to even have your phone, but they're lenient on that also, especially depending on who you get. If you guys, like I said, if you guys have any questions, comment on the video. If you watch the video, then I appreciate it. For people that watched my earlier video, I made it through phase 1. I officially have my CDL license. So it's really fun. I will be filming most of my journey. So subscribe, like, and just follow me on my rookie trucking journey, I guess you could say. So I appreciate you guys. Y'all be blessed. Have a safe day. And be safe out here with this COVID-19. Anybody that has it, I pray that God makes a way. God makes no mistakes. Don't blame God for every wrong thing that happens in your life. Keep pushing, motivate, and you'll succeed. Over and out.